Feels good to finally be getting near the end of this. Really, I look forward to drying some lumber and getting a plate in the shop. On the door here, I decided instead of using that OSB, I was going to use 1/4-inch plywood to save on the weight so the door wouldn't weigh a ton. I also liquid nailed the pieces together to give it a little more rigidity because I knew it was going to span like an 8-foot section on one of the doors. Here's where I found out that the 2-inch foam I got off of Marketplace was roughly 2 inches. Some of it was 2 1/4, some of it was 2 1/2. So it made it kind of tricky fitting it in because I had accounted for the board being 2 1/2 thick, 2-inch plus a 1/2-inch piece of that blue closed cell. At any rate, I stuck it together and it worked fine. My dehumidifier came in. I tried to find one that was the most efficient I could afford, and I figured pay now or pay every month for the rest of the duration of running this thing. I knew I needed some trim for the thing, so I grabbed up some 4x4s that I had cut out of cedar. They were pretty dry, so I was able to just cut them into 1/2-inch strips on the mill, and I'm going to use them to trim it out. I kind of went back and forth on this, whether to paint this or just leave it the natural color and seal it. Eventually decided on kind of a slate color to stain it with a seal. I figured it'd look pretty sharp with the red cedar trim on the dark color. I'll get into more specifics on the cost breakdown and whatnot once I get this done. It's wildly over budget, but I didn't really have a plan coming into it. I just know I wanted to build one. Even though I did have an initial budget, I kind of kept upgrading this thing as I went along because I figured this would work better, this wouldn't work. This would look better because I've got to stare at this thing all the time, and I'm in a neighborhood. I had a lot going on today, so I really didn't make as much progress as I thought I would. But I did make good progress. I got both hinges on, even though you can't see it, so both doors open. That little slat you see right there, that's going to be covered by some trim. Got the cedar trim put for the sides on, sealed the inside a little bit, put some of the weather stripping around. I'll really get down to that detail stuff once I get the outside trimmed out. And if you made it this far, blah, 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 blah. Like and subscribe.